talks ending the Transnet strike continue today. A new offer is set to be tabled in an effort to end the industrial action that's entered its 9th day. Trade unions UNTU and SATAWU have refused to back down on their demands for an above-inflation increase. Transnet has offered a hike of up to 5.3% as part of a 3-year package. Several sectors are continuing to suffer losses as a result of the stoppage in the flow of goods from the country's ports as a result of this industrial action. Let's speak now and get a sense of how the strike is affecting members of the Truckers Association of South Africa. We can speak to Mary Phadi, who joins us now. Mary, a very good afternoon to you. Grateful for your time. Where are your members taking the heaviest losses?
Look, the Transnet strike is unfortunate and has a long-term negative impact. And, you know, the challenge is that the loss of jobs by not honoring the contract itself, and the loss of assets because of unpaid installments, and the staff reduction. And this will increase the current unemployment rate in South Africa. So, you know, it's a serious challenge.
So Transnet on its behalf has basically told the people it's got deals with that it's unable to meet the obligations of the contracts, and you yourselves as a result are now, as people who have to carry goods across the country, perhaps even out of South Africa, unable to meet your contractual obligations, right? How are your clients taking that? Are they all understanding that it's beyond your control?
Look, this issue is affecting both us and our clients, because there's quite a lot of cargo that must be moved on the road from Gauteng to the harbour. And the challenge is that there's nothing that is moving. And there are products that, you know, cannot stay for long. So therefore, some of the trucks had to come back. So our clients are having it hard because we are still engaging with them with the issue of the fuel increase. And now that we're engaging on the fuel increase, that the diesel is not going down, and the strike of Transnet just came in at a time when we are trying to negotiate our way up.
Are you worried that you may lose some of this business permanently?
Definitely. Look, the challenge with the trucking industry is that the recovery time it's long. If you've got challenges in 1 month, you must know that you need to pay for the past 3 months where you were not working. So in everything that is happening in this country, coming from the pandemic itself, the issue of the recovery of the economy now is the strike, the fuel increase. So everything that is happening now, I can assure you, Tembegili, that after a year, we are going to see quite a lot of companies losing their trucks. We are going to see a lot of transporters reducing the number of the people that are employing who are professional truck drivers, because we are calling as TASA to say, let's put in two drivers in one truck so that we can reduce accidents on the road in case of fatigue. But now that is not going to happen, because companies are going to say to us, how do I pay 2 salaries when I'm supposed to be making money? So it's quite a serious economic challenge that we are facing now.
And given that, then, there's also been a lot of talk recently about fresh produce, right? Fruit, because that's going to rot. But one of the other themes that's emerging, or at least an aspect in the freight sector, and even coal producers, in fact, are saying now coal, which had been bought from South Africa because of the war in Ukraine, and they were hoping to cash in on that, that's also not moving.
It's not. Currently, there are no trucks that are moving any coal to the harbour. And remember, with the coal itself, it cannot stay long on the ground because it loses, the moisture and the ash goes up. So whatever tests that were made last week is going to affect the players that are currently consulting or that are selling products overseas. So even the coal itself, we are going to see a lot of companies trying to recover from the Transnet strike. And the fresh produced, the issue is that you cannot keep those fruits in any warehouse because they need to move. They're already been packed. So the strike is not only affecting the transport sector, but it's affecting the economy at large. And we are hoping that the government will get involved, because the sooner we engage in some of the things, the better. The more we delay engagement, the more it affects other people. And it always amazes me how the government do things. They allow people to continue striking without really talking and engaging with them and negotiating it better. This should be a question of a sleepless night, whereby the government is saying no to the strike so that everybody can survive.
Well, government will tell you that it's Transnet that's in these negotiations. Do you think the employer is the one that's in the wrong here?
Transnet is government.
Yeah.
So when we are talking government, we are just saying that it's linked to the Department of Transport, and the Department of Transport is government. So when we have the Department of Transport, it means it's linked to the presidency. The presidency is government. So either or, this is not a private sector. This is the situation that we are sitting with, whereby the government must be able to engage and resolve it, because there are no plan B to it. There's no solution to it. It would have been better if they are saying this strike that is going on, it's a strike where they don't pay the people that went on strike. But it doesn't end there. It ends with that there's no backup to say who can assist the government, who can assist Transnet to make sure that some of the product goes through the harbour. So
government, you believe, cannot distance itself from the unfolding situation at an SOE. I wanted to go back to what you were talking about, for example, when we are moving fruit or moving coal, which both have very strict time frames, so to speak. Who covers the cost when something such as fruit or coal is stuck and not being moved? Would it be you or the producer?
The producer, and therefore is going to affect transport. And with the mines itself, whatever product they've already taken out of the ground, the product that is sitting, the stockpile that is there, is going to be affected, because if it's not moving, it means that it's going to lose the percentage of it. So therefore, when the company suffers, then transportation suffer, because when that person comes back, they cannot afford the current rate that they are paying to transport that goods as per the cost per kilometer.
Mary Phadi from the Truckers Association of South Africa. Good to speak to you, ma'am. Thank you.